Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Backyard Buckets video. Unfortunately, Eli will not be joining us forever. I think he's made some very bad decisions and got very upset. So, he won't be here today. But today, first, make sure you like and subscribe. If you enjoyed at any point during today's video, it'll help us out in the algorithm. Today we're talking about what the Houston Rockets need to do this offseason. Obviously, they fired their coach, their GM stepped down, so they have some moves to make. And the first one would be to bring back Austin Rivers. You see him right there. He's a guard. He complements them well. He can hit the three, can drive when he needs to, complements James Harden well. I'm not sure about Westbrook, but yeah, he complements them well. Can get buckets when he needs to. Like in a situation where Harden goes out or is in foul trouble or something. The next one is hire Nate McMillan to be their head coach. I can't remember. I don't think he's been hired yet. Y'all will probably be seeing this video a long time after this is recorded, but I'm pretty sure he has not been hired yet, and I'm pretty sure the Rockets do not have a head coach yet. So that would be my choice if I was the Rockets, was to bring in Nate McMillan. He probably shouldn't have been fired by the Pacers. I mean, their best player didn't even play in the playoffs, or their best player from this year didn't play in the playoffs. And Sabonis. And then some more stuff dealing with the Pacers. The next thing I say they need to do is trade Eric Gordon and a second for Miles Turner. The salaries match up. It's a win-win trade for both sides. Turner obviously bringing in the rim protection, rebounding. He can space the floor a little bit. Not the greatest floor spacer, but he can space a little bit. And then the Pacers obviously get the second-round pick and Eric Gordon, who spaces the floor for them. They need some floor spacing. Brogdon, obviously the point guard. Oladipo's not the greatest shooter. Eric Gordon, really good shooter. Good driver, too. Then this is the big one, the blockbuster trade. It's not a trade that's flashy, but it's a trade that has to be done. I mean, it is flashy. It's a blockbuster trade. It's straight up Russell Westbrook for Blake Griffin. Russell Westbrook, the Westbrook-Harden experiment, I mean, it wasn't a failure, but they only got to the second round of the playoffs. It was either Harden had a good game or Westbrook had a good game. They never both had a good game, which kind of is basically saying these guys, their skill sets don't match up with each other if they can't both have a good game. Now you could say, yeah, that means they don't have to carry the load the entire season, but I mean, if you watch somebody like the Warriors or somebody who fit together very well, they all can score. Curry can have 30, Thompson can have 30, and Draymond can have 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 15 assists all on the same night. And Blake Griffin, bringing him in, another big man that can score it, rim protection. He can space the floor now too. Obviously not what he once was athletically, but he'd be, in my opinion, the best fit for somebody that matches sort of to Westbrook's cap space or salary. And now, obviously, a team's not going to give up 5 first round. It's not going to be like what the Thunder got for Westbrook, what the Rockets are going to get for him if they decide to trade him, which I think they should. But, yeah, and then the Pistons getting Westbrook. I think it's time to move on from Blake for them. Both teams wanting to move on from their guys, so they just straight up swap them. But, yeah, that'd be my best trade for the Rockets for the Westbrook trade, unless they try to deal him to the Knicks. The Knicks will probably way overpay for him, but they may not. They may do something good for once in their existence. The next thing is to try to sign DJ Augustine, point guard. He can replace Westbrook somewhat and come in, get the ball to Harden, one of the better assist guys in the league. Can play some defense. Harden's got a lot better defense over the past couple years, but Augustine can come in, hand out dimes, and he can get buckets. I don't know if the Magic will be giving him up. But he's just another vet that can come in and play a good role. The next thing would be to trade Luke Mbamute. I don't know how to say his name. Luke Mbamute. I don't know. But yeah, trade him. He's making about, I think, $4 million, $5 million. So I think he should definitely, they could move on from him. That's $4 or $5 million they could spend elsewhere. I mean, just trade him for like a second or something. Or, I mean, trade him for a G League player. I don't know. And they could sign Derek Favors, another big man. Think about it. PJ Tucker played center for him for most of the year last year after the Capella deal. They need big guys to come in. So yeah, signing Derek Favors and then also signing Rondé Hollis-Jefferson would be two things that I think could help with that. Those are your 3 free agent signings, I think. If you can't get Augustine, try to get either George Hill or Jeff Teague. Other guys that can come in, especially George Hill, can hit threes, distribute the ball very well. They've been really good point guards before in their careers, and so there's no reason they can't once again. And then your lineup, if you make these moves, it would be Augustine at the 1, Harden at the 2, Rocco at the 3, Blake Griffin at the 4, with Miles Turner at the 5. It's a really good lineup. You obviously play through Harden, but you've also got Griffin to help him score. Covington can knock down threes. Turner can get all the rebounds, be the low post presence. And Augustine can just be facilitating when Harden doesn't want to play point guard. Off the bench, Chris Clemens, Austin Rivers, Daniel House, and PJ Tucker with Derek Favors at the 5. It's a really good bench unit. Obviously, Daniel House can hit threes. PJ Tucker can hit threes. Tucker and Favors will get all your rebounds. Chris Clemens can be a bucket. Austin Rivers can be a bucket, as you've seen. And then Rondé Hollis-Jefferson can be that hustle player, the 11th guy or 6th guy off the bench. McLemore can be the 7th guy off the bench. If you want to go 12 deep, you can. But yeah, that's everything I think the Rockets should do this offseason. If you like this video at any point, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps YouTube video out in the algorithm. Thanks for watching.